It's time to get our hopes up. God is still on the throne. When we're going through challenges and it seems like life is at a standstill, it's easy to get discouraged. Who determined the timing anyway? Who says we should already be at a certain place in our life? Who determines our progress? We might very well be just where we are meant to be. Now, we may be tempted to give up, but it does not mean that God has given up. He knows where we are at. He knows our progress, and He has not aborted our dream. What He has started, He will finish. Your time is coming. God has not forgotten about you. Psalm 102 says, "There is a set time for favour." Did you get that? There is a set time for favour. We must hold on to the Word of God. If we don't, our mind will take us down a track we should not go and will ultimately stop us fulfilling all that we could. We must keep our mind and heart focused. Keep doing the right thing and you will come into those set times. You may have some suddenlies coming your way. Suddenly a job opportunity may open up. Suddenly your health situation may turn around. We all know that discouraging times can come and they seem to last so much longer than they should, in which times we are tempted to complain. But that is exactly what we need to pull ourselves up from and focus on the Word of God. The traps are laid all around us, ready for us to fall into. Don't be tempted to complain when God's answer may just be around the corner. You may have some obstacles that just seem immovable. Nothing seems to be changing, but you do not know what is just around the corner. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Stay in the Word. Keep trusting. Your turnaround may be just around the corner. Keep your hopes up. You know, think about David. He was out in the field tending the sheep. His own father did not even consider him as king material. He thought all his brothers were much better suited. They were older and they were more talented, according to him. But Samuel, the man of God, knew it was not one of them and asked if he had another son. So Jesse had David come in. When Samuel saw him, he said, "This is the next king of Israel." You see, people can judge by the outside, by what you look like, your appearance, your personality, your education, but God looks at the heart. The absolute truth is that promotion comes from God, not people. God sees integrity. He sees sincerity and He sees your spirit of excellence. These are the things that are on the inside. They are far more powerful than the things that are on the outside. David was anointed to be the next king. He was anointed before he was appointed. Now, after being anointed to be king, he went back to the shepherd's field where he was before, feeding the sheep. Now, don't you think at times he may have thought, well, I'm the man, I should be king. But there was the whole thing of timing. We first get the promise, the call, but we don't go straight into the promise. Dave went back to what he was doing, looking after the sheep, going the extra mile, keeping them from harm. He proved he would look after his sheep, so God was able to trust him to look after His people. How we respond to the delays will determine how God can move us forward. We need to be the best right where we are. We must pass the test of being faithful in the small. It doesn't matter what we are doing, you must give it your all, give it your best. We have to pass the test of being faithful in the small. That is where we show we can be trusted with the much. Saul, who was king at the time, was having bouts of depression. They searched for someone who could help. They brought in David, who was excellent at playing the harp. Now the king was asking for him by name. As you continue to do the right thing, opportunity can come looking for you. God knows how to cause you to stand out. In one moment, David went from the background to the forefront, and he can do the same for you. God has not forgotten about you. We just have to keep doing the right things, even when wrong things seem to be happening. David went from lowest to highest overnight. Sometimes God can thrust you 20 years ahead and make up for lost time. But at other times, it just happens little by little by little by little. Remember Hebrews 10:3. Don't cast your confidence. It will be richly rewarded. Did you get that? Don't cast away your confidence. It will be richly rewarded. Just start thanking Him that your time is coming. His ways are not ours. So get your hopes up. Thanks for listening. This is Rosanna Palmer.